Welcome to the Veterans Voice, where we highlight programs and services that support our veterans. I'm Tim Stroud, and this is Colton, the Wonder Dog. Gainful employment is important not only to your financial health, but also to your self-image. For people with differing abilities, finding the right fit with a job can be challenging. We are joined by Robert Williams, Director of Transition and Employment at Easter Seals of Greater Houston. And he's going to teach us more about the programs that can help. Welcome to the program today.
Thank you.
All right. If you would, for our viewers, describe the transition and employment programs at Easter Seals.
Well, the transition program is for young folks coming out of high school or college and moving into either higher education or employment. The employment part of the program is for anybody.
Okay.
And that's where we serve the veterans. What we do is we work with people one-on-one to identify their skills, and in the case of a veteran, what they were doing in the service, and try to match those skills and abilities to a job in the market. We're also out there recruiting employers on a fairly regular basis.
Oh, so you're taking both sides of the fence on that one. I know
Yes.
even like on Google, you can Google your MOS, your military occupational specialty.
And we use that a lot with people.
Oh, really? I didn't know
yeah.
that. Okay, that's
no,
great.
We do. I heard about it several weeks or months ago, and it's been quite helpful because it allows us to try to match what that person did with, not necessarily the same exact job, but something that's close and something that allows for some growth.
You know what? You're exactly right. I remember I have had a friend of mine, and he went through another program, and he was in EOD, Explosive Ordnance Disposal. And he's like, Tim, I can't blow up stuff anymore. He's like, well, not legally,
True.
Unless he's in a certain skill or trade. And I asked him, I said, well, show me hands. And he showed me all 10 digits. And I said, well, as a combat medic, I can tell you that you've had a pretty good safety record. Now he's a safety officer for our company because he was able to translate those skills.
Yes, and that's exactly what we try to do. You aren't going to necessarily, find a job as a helicopter pilot, or flying one of those C-5As, or blowing things up. So we try to start from where the person is, find out what their interests are, match that to their skills, and then there's a lot of resources out there, Texas Workforce Commission and other places, where you can go online and put in what the person's skills and interests are, and they will shoot out for you a series of jobs. They'll give you the outlook for that job over the next several years. They'll give you things like average salary, where the openings are, things like that. And so we take that information and then work with the person to come up with a plan to basically attack that job search and to get out there and to get that person in front of as many employers as possible. Gotcha.
And Easter Seals has a place and train model. Would you elaborate on that?
Yes. For many years now, in doing job placement, what you do is first you find a job that matches the person's skills, at least on paper, and matches their interests. And then once they get on that job, we then try to learn as much about the job as we can so that we can help train that person on how to do the job. And not just the job, but all those unwritten rules that you have at work, and when to ask for time off, and when to show up, and when to call in sick, those kinds of things.
Perfect. Excellent. And after the break, we're going to learn how veterans benefit from the transition and employment at Easter Seals of Greater Houston.
HCC. So many careers, so little tuition. Register today at hccs.edu/now.
HCC's online college is officially open. This not only means online classes, but also online degrees and certificates. You can now credential up anytime, anywhere. Join the fast-growing number of students getting their full college education from anywhere they use a laptop. HCC currently offers 32 fully online degrees and will offer 71 next year. You no longer have to find a way or time to get to college. HCC brings college to you.
HCC. So many ways to learn, so little tuition. Register today at hccs.edu/now.
Welcome back to the Veterans Voice. We're continuing our discussion with Robert Williams, Director of Transition and Employment at Easter Seals of Greater Houston. During the break, we're actually talking about, you've been doing this for just a few months, right?
44 years, yes.
You've seen a lot of changes happen over the years.
I have. When I first started in this field back when I was 18, in the middle 70s, it was all sheltered employment.
What is that?
That is where a person goes to work with a lot of other people who are just like them, and particularly like somebody with usually with a disability.
Okay.
And they work for what's called piece rate, where the contractor figures out how much each piece they make is worth.
Oh, I got you. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and for example, the knives, forks, and spoons you get at a restaurant that are in the plastic bag, those things are usually made in sheltered workshops, and the person gets a couple of cents a piece, and then the product goes out to whoever uses it. The problem with that is that almost nobody ever gets out of those once they get in.
Oh, they get in that continuous Mobius loop, and it just keeps going on and on.
It stays. So now, and really this has been in the last 20, 25 years, the idea is you don't ever go into a sheltered workshop. You go to work. And whatever your disability is, you go to work.
Oh, I love that.
And when the person goes to work, what we have found is that, for example, if someone has mental health problems, and PTSD, the sooner you go to work, the sooner you begin to recover.
You're exactly right. I'll champion that cause for you. And I know there's some unique concerns with veterans who have disabilities and those who participate in your program. Would you share a couple of those?
Well, the idea behind the program, as I said, is to try to get the person into the job that they can do and they want. There are employers out there, I won't say a lot, but there are employers out there who look at any person with a disability, whether they're a veteran or not, and think, oh, my insurance rates are going to go up. And,
right.
I'm going to have people falling down and suing me and all. And the truth is that's the opposite of that. Your insurance rates don't go up. Insurance companies don't do that to you. And workers with disabilities have better attendance rates. They have better safety rates, and they're just overall, really good employees.
Well, speak to that. Tell us a success story.
Well, we had a young man who he had gotten out of the military, and he had lost his left leg below the knee, and he wanted to be a train engineer.
Okay.
And they said no to that, and really pushed, saying several different train companies saying no, we're not going to hire somebody. You have to be able to jump down off the train while it's moving to be able to do that. So,
which always sounds like fun, right?
It does. It does. But he got a job with Union Pacific as a dispatcher.
Okay.
And so he worked in the train yard, and he's the guy that when the train came in, on the roundabout, he would, circle it about and send it off in whatever direction it was supposed to go. And, he couldn't be an engineer riding a train out in the country, but he was moving trains around, he was making it happen, and I think he is still there.
Well, that is great. Well, speaking of getting things started, like with the locomotive, sometimes it just takes a lot to get the engine started. How does a veteran get started with the Easter Seals program?
Well, they would need to call our main number, 713-838-9050, and ask for the employment program. They can ask for me, Robert Williams. And if I'm not in the office, I'll call you back as soon as I get there. We have several staff who work with us in the program. One of them is a veteran. The other one is a son of a veteran, of a lifer in the Army.
Sounds like you got a lot of avenues there. And after the break, we're going to learn how to get advised at Houston Community College.
Coding is the 21st century equivalent of the English language. And our particular flavor of this is the iOS Coding and Design School. And Apple's been very supportive. It's a great opportunity to combine creativity with technology.
HCC. So many degrees, so little tuition. Register today at hccs.edu/now.
We have academic programs that help students get from high school into a university. And the data is very clear that students that take the path of a community college finish in far higher numbers than students that start straight into a university experience. Our students can achieve a baccalaureate degree in multiple fields from the universities in the area without ever leaving Houston Community College.
Welcome back to the Veterans Voice. Veterans know the value of having a great strategy. HCC's Veteran and Military Affiliated Services provides resources to plot the best course to an academic goal. Sonja Scott King is here to tell us more. We know as veterans, we need to set SMART goals. And for those who are new to that concept, it's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. And we know we can only do this if we have a mentor or somebody advising us. And HCC has advising. Tell our people today more about the advising.
Yes, the advising portion of the process of their educational journey is very important because students want to know what courses that they need to take to obtain the certificate or the degree plan. The last thing you want to do is take courses that are not going to benefit you in no ways or another. And with using VA benefits, that's very important because the VA will only pay for courses that are a part of the degree plan or the certificate that the veteran is seeking. So advisement is offered to the veterans at all of our campuses, and they can also speak with an expert, a VA advisor expert, in regards to the courses that will be either transferable onto the degree plan or transfer out to a university, or what they receive credit for on the military transcript, or what courses that they just need to take to be able to obtain that certificate and degree plan. And mainly what courses the VA is going to pay for for them. And so we follow them along their journey. Each semester they come and visit us to make sure that they're right on track and stay on track. And we try to help them reach a goal, as you say, that is going to be beneficial to them for a short term and long term.
Oh, I love it. Now, what special considerations do veteran and military affiliated students have in the advising process?
Well, they get to sit down with one of our experts, which I am one, and we have another VA advisor, Ms. Terry Good-Tomlin, and we're remote on the campuses now. So we're not just located in the district office. Ms. Terry Good-Tomlin is located at the A-Leaf branch from Monday through Friday. I'm located at the Central Resource Center, the Stafford Resource Center, on Thursdays and Fridays, and Central on Monday through Wednesday. And we also have our Vet Success Counselor, which is a VA representative. She's located at the West Loop, Ms. Yvette Ned, on Monday through Wednesday,
Okay.
And so we're out and about, and we're out here to service our veterans on the campus.
All right. Now, I like everything you said. I like being set up for success. So how does a veteran coming into the program set themselves up for success with one of their advisors?
Okay, I would say my 5 tips I always tell a
bring 'em.
veteran. First,
Take notes out there.
Make time. Do not wait till the last minute to come in and see us. Secondly, do some research on what you want to do and what you want to pursue. So you know the time and the dates of when the classes start, when they end, how long it's going to take you to complete this degree or certificate. Secondly, I say bring materials. The materials as your transcripts, if you have transcript credits, transferring into ACC so that we can be aware of that, so it's one less class that you have to take. And last but not least, I always say know what you want to do. Do not bite off too much that you can't chew.
Does that happen?
Yes. Yes, we love to help our veterans chase their dreams and accomplish their dreams, but sometimes they bite off more than what they can chew, and that's where we come in and we let them know the pros and the cons and what the outcome will be in the results and how it's going to benefit them in the long term.
Gotcha. It goes back to those SMART goals that we were talking about, and sometimes they're just a little bit off course, but you guys are able to help them get back on course.
Yes, we reach out and touch them.
I love it. And if you'd like any more information on any of the organizations and services you've seen on the program today, visit our website. It's at hccs.edu/Veterans Voice. For everyone here at HCC TV and everyone at Easter Seals of Greater Houston, thank you for joining us on Veterans Voice.